Hi there, Cancer. This is Miss Joan of Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and I'm here to talk to you about what's going on for July. There will be 4 weeks, so 4 columns. Of course, there will be 3 rows. The where we are, what's blocking us, and our solution are the 3 rows. So I am programming the cards for you as we speak, and we will get into the reading momentarily. I'm going to make the piles, pick a pile. And I'll set these aside for a minute. We're going to go ahead and program these cards for the first week, being July 3rd through the 9th, okay? So that we can, in fact, get into that more in depth when the time is right, okay? So that's cool. All right, so let's do this. All right, those are ready to go. We'll get into those in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and start laying out these cards right here for this month. Please keep an eye on me. I am going to be changing some things. I've already changed a few things, as you can see. I'll be offering up some classes eventually, and I will, of course, mention them here when that happens. But you can go ahead and visit my sites and find different things I'm doing, and it'll be fun, right? And once again, if you find these videos particularly wonderful, you can hit the like button below, or you can share them, subscribe. Subscribing would be great. Thank you very much in advance. And excellent. I look forward to having you follow me, because then I'll just show up in your mailbox. You don't have to think about it. Go hunting me down. Perfect, right? Okay, so let's look at this. So for the first week of July, we have the 3rd through the 9th, and we have the 3 of Swords is showing up. The 3 of Swords is telling me that whatever's going on in your life at this particular time, we want you to pay attention to not sharing every little bit of it, okay? We want you to save some of this information for you yourself and not get too involved in talking too much. By giving your power away, you take away what's coming for you, okay? So be aware of that. It's a lot. So we want you to be sure that you're okay with that, all right? And of course, we have the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups here is telling me that, yes, indeed, it's an area that's blocking you, and this is a wishes fulfilled card. So the wishes, you're going to need to be careful about what you're wishing for, okay? Because you might get it, and it might still block you from doing what you want to do up here, all right? So that's interesting. But these things being said, there's also this solution for this week is a gateway opportunity, an opportunity to move on to something different. And it might be happening all at once. I'm getting right here that there's something going on that's happening all at once. You're offered an opportunity that you do want, but its timing is weird, and you weren't ready to talk about something, and ultimately all these things are happening. Well, yeah, it's happening. So it's time to just go and do the thing. Like, go ahead and step through the gateway, do what you need to do. But it's like not time to be posting on Facebook or any other place about what you're doing, okay? Keep what you're doing to yourself. That will be the solution. Your solution is to do it anyway. Don't share about it. And you can write down what your wishes were and keep in mind other things that are part of it. But don't let it get in your way, all right? Cool. Perfect. So now we're talking about the High Priestess over here on the week of July 10th through the 16th. And the High Priestess is telling me that your intuition is going to be on point this second week of July. You'll be able to trust what your belly is telling you. Your belly is going to talk and go, oh, this is a good idea. Or, oh, this doesn't feel right. I don't like this. Don't do that. No, 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 don't do that. So keep an eye on what that's doing and how it's working. And of course, the Queen of Pentacles is saying that, yes, the Queen of, she is a lady who's all about the money, and she's going to stand up in your way. We're not doing it your way. We're going to do it my way. And you're like, oh, that's not what I wanted. So pay attention to what she has to say. Figure out a way if you can find what you want and what you need within the budget she's offering, because that's kind of the deal. And then when that gets worked out, you will find that indeed the hardest part is over. The Star card is here to tell me that the hardest part is over. This Queen of Pentacles feels like somebody that could be worked with a little bit. She might have her own personal dream or agenda that hasn't been fulfilled, where somehow she has been taken care of in a way that she would like to be taken care of, but you can in fact help her. I don't know whether it's as simple as making sure she gets a shelf on her wall in that one spot because she's been asking for it for months and nobody's done a damn thing, and all you need to do is get the damn shelf up, and presto changeo, she's all mushy gushy and happy to do whatever you want. So this sort of thing can happen in the universe, and I want you to pay attention to how you might help her in her own special way, because she is standing there blocking you in a grumpy way because she's been denied something she wanted. And now you can maybe help her get what she wanted and then win, because she will be thrilled with you. You will be the angel. All right? The angel who fixed her world. This is good stuff. Pay attention. It's not going to be very hard, because the Star tells me, oh no, this is going to be easy. All the hard part will be over once you take care of her. Easy. She'll be handing you money like crazy. Perfect. The moon. We're talking about the next week over, which is the 17th through the 23rd. And the moon card is here telling me that your dreams and goals are on point. They are the theme of the week. You're looking at where you're going, what you want to do, instead of what you are doing. Ta-da! There's always a further down the line that you need to keep an eye on the ball, right? And this is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is what's blocking you. And when we get into our dreams and goals, sometimes we get into fear. There are fears that we aren't going to have enough of what we need to get to where we want to go. And we get a little nervous. We get a little crazy. We get a little, we step into the fear of the unknown, which is something we don't know. So it's hard to be afraid of something you don't know, right? That's that wonderful wasted energy called worry. I'm professional at it myself, so I will only own it insofar as I can say, yeah, I got it. I spot it. I got it. Yes, indeed. The Two of Swords is here, and it's saying that the way to get through this fear in this moment that's blocking you is to let your guard down and talk about it. You have to just get vulnerable with somebody and say, hey, this is what's going on. This is what I'm tripping on. This is what's stopping me. And this is what's making me a crazy person. And I just want you to know what's going on, okay? Because it's not necessarily you. It's just me freaking out about something that I can't fix. Change or alter. Okay. Now that you've done that, everything is going to get simpler and easier, okay? So just know it and understand that, because the Tower is here. The Tower has shown up to say hello. And the Tower, as your solution, means that once you become vulnerable, things will start to fall together. That is the feeling this card is giving me right now, is that things can and will fall together as you do the vulnerability trick. Things will get better for you. All right. So that's cool. Very nice. The final week of July, 24th through the 30th, we are looking at the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is telling me that you have a foundation in power right here, right now, and it is, in fact, the driving force this particular week. There will be some new information about something you might have to learn, which is going to get in your way. It's not going to be something you wanted to hear about. It'll be like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. No, I have this other thing I'm wanting to do, but I have to do this first. And yeah, it's going to feel exactly like that. So keep it in mind, but know that if you do that work, this little bit of work that's blocking you, everything will get simpler because the sun shows up. This is the sun card, and it's telling me that you'll be stepping through the doorway into the wonderful place where things are all new, and you are not having to know all the answers, but you are in fact having to do the work. Okay, so stay on point, do all the work, do all these things, and you will in fact be the one in charge. All right, it's good. So it's like a prerequisite for being in charge is to do this class. So just do the class. Okay, it'll be all right. It'll just be a short thing. It's just a nuisance. Okay, but do it anyway. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and set these cards aside right here so that we can get back to them in other videos as usual. And I will get into this first week right here, right now. All right, so this first week, we are looking at the Three of Swords, right? We were talking about not sharing, not oversharing to give your power away. We want you to still do that. This will have to do with keeping your money balanced as well. We had talked about next week, you've got the financial lady involved in what you're doing. But this is also about you not oversharing about your financial situation and the fact that you're about to travel. Because traveling is fun. We like going. Oh, but it correlates perfectly with the Two of Wands. Ta-ta! The door is opened. So yes, your wishes are being fulfilled, and yes, they're getting in the way of you doing other things you want to do. Frustrating. We have the Death card. The Death card is here in this area, telling me that while your wishes are being fulfilled, you need to let go of something so that you can move forward. It's interesting to have it come up here like this. This is the King of Wands. You have a support system. You have a male energy person who is helping you along with your process. Letting go of something. Maybe you're going to let go of being someone who has to do all the work at home or something like that. So you'll let go of something. You'll have somebody who cares about you, who is going to support you in your decision. And we had talked about this wishes fulfilled situation being something that was going to play in spite of what you're doing over here, or that they're all combined, although they're kind of getting in the way of each other. It's like a tangle. It's an interesting tangle. There are things that you want. There are things you have to give up. There are things you want to give up, things you don't want to give up. Places you need to be, blah, right? It's a long list. The Two of Wands correlating with the Chariot. And the Chariot is telling me that you are going on a trip. You're moving. You're going out of town. That's how it's going. The door is opening for you to go out of town and do what you got to do over there. Something's going to fall into place. The Tower is here. The Tower is here. It isn't always a bad card. Sometimes it's a fun card. It's a wonderful, wonderful beacon of light. And in this case, it's telling me that things are falling together. As you are doing the work, things are coming together. It's only going to stop you if you don't do the giving it up thing. There will be, in order to get something, sometimes you have to give something else up. You won't be able to go to the bowling tournament. Oh well. Okay, it's a drag. Maybe you won't be able to go to your kid's recital. That sucks too. But there's Zoom and life will go on. But you need to get out of town and you need to do what's in front of you. All right, that's you getting things done. But you don't want to share everything all at once, right? So be careful about how you share your information. Now, of course, things we said were falling together, and that's good news. There is the Knight of Wands, which is you fighting for your ideas in this moment. So once you get there, you will have to put down your foot and say, I'm in charge of the situation. You're just going to have to go along with me right now, okay? Because I'm the one in charge. That's what I'm here for. I'm not I didn't just come over here for nothing. And they'll get on board. It's just going to be uncomfortable for them. Okay? So, it's an interesting first week. Kaboom, right? Happy 4th of July. Perfect. We are going to go ahead and talk next week for the 10th through the 16th. And I will see you then, Cancer.